104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Monday, September 16th of 2024. It's 6:01 a.m. with Roula, Ryan, Eric, and no Sam, no Kevin.
Yep.
But Ahmad's here. And
Ahmad's
of that.
Hey.
And it's Monday after a Texans national television win.
Hey, it was a great
First, I'm
sports
like,
weekend
Dude, I
for
feel like it took
Houston.
forever.
I'm like, not again. We're going to embarrass ourselves on national
Nope.
TV.
I was like, come on, guys. It was,
Hope the Cowboys did that enough for everybody.
oh, my God.
So Indianapolis, Jacksonville, and Tennessee all fell to 0-2.
Yep.
And the Texans are 2-0, baby.
Did our crowd look packed this time?
I looked on purpose, Ahmad, for the opening when the camera was rolling over the crowd. I did see a few patches of
You could hear the
seats.
Bears. They were chanting, and
The Bears fans?
they travel well. You know, you got the Steelers.
There were a lot of
Bear
Bears fans
fans
in town this weekend. I
Really?
noticed that. A lot of Bears fans. And definitely they were known because they were in their jerseys.
Oh, yeah. Eating in steak places, I'm sure.
I didn't realize how
Yep,
many people
Tex-Mex.
traveled here for this. Is it because it was Sunday Night Football or because it was just a Bears game outside?
I mean, it's
Of
Sunday
Chicago.
night. It's outside. It's a fun little vacation getaway. The Bears, like I said, the Bears travel very well. They got a big fan base. So But,
Apparently.
they pulled it off, baby.
Yeah.
What's cool is I was watching from my bed because my window can see NRG. I'm in Green Bay Plaza, and all of a sudden I see fireworks going off. I'm like, the game's still on, but I forgot there's like a 40-second, like a minute delay. So whatever we see on TV,
Oh,
Plus,
that's
I'm also-
far off.
I think maybe 30 seconds because
Okay.
I have it goes through that by the time it goes through AT&T.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit longer because
Sure,
some of
yeah.
my friends will be watching like MLB games and they'll go, oh, home run. I'm like, nothing's happened yet.
Eric, I have the same thing, and from one TV in one room to the next, it's off. So I can find out that we got the hit in that TV, but this TV hasn't had it yet.
Yeah, it's like,
It's
what the
so
heck?
crazy. It's stream. It's basically the stream. Whatever time the stream. So you saw the fireworks to trigger you that you know we won the game.
I mean, you knew they were going to win anyway, but I'm like, that's weird. They haven't even, they still got like 2 more downs left.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot going on this weekend. Ahmad, you had a fan right off the bat this morning. I heard this.
Hi, this message for Ahmad. Thank you for being one of the judges at the 2024 Pasadena Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off. It was great to meet you. Hope to see you next year and bring your morning friends too. Thanks. Bye.
I believe that's Dana. I met a lot of cool people there. That was a fun
So on
competition.
Friday, for those that are 6 o'clockers that don't know, Ahmad was chosen to be a brisket judge in this cook-off, and you were gonna.
I've never seen a judge leave with a bag of meat. I was like,
took a doggy
Was
bag?
it over
Best
100
part.
pieces you had to try?
So, Rula, you were right. They split it up by table.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because
I was
originally
ready.
Ahmad had said, oh, it's like 100 briskets. I go, there's no way one person or like a
Can't do
group
100
of
bites.
7 can try 100 briskets.
you probably get 30 bites.
Yeah, how many did you get?
So I had to say I tried around like maybe 20, 25 because I came back for the final round.
Okay,
Like they
okay.
bring the top 10 and
Yeah.
you try all those and you rate those.
And then you got to take home the leftovers?
I got to take, Rula, you
Or did
take
you take
a
it from
bite.
other people?
Bag o' meat.
No, you take a bite, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, what is this plastic bag for? You could put the extra brisket in the bag.
Nice.
I love that. That was so good.
But that was a good use of leftovers because otherwise it's all going to go in the garbage.
It's just going to go in the garbage.
And you're like, hey, I'll be hungry in 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll take some. And
I'll
that
be hungry
was
tomorrow.
really
Have
good.
you finished that bag of meat?
I have not, but there were some really good ones. You rated on taste, aroma, texture, and then I think like overall.
I'll say overall look and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
presentation
yeah.
or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
And
It
everything was just
really
as
cool.
is. Did any of the entries give you a little side of sauce, or it was just as is the meat, the way it
Just
was smoked?
as is.
As I
Like
figured.
they were very technical about it. Like you had to. Well, you didn't have to, but you change out your plate.
Yeah.
Change out your fork.
Oh, for
You
sure.
don't
You
wanna-
could not have any remnants of the previous
Right.
entry.
Did a lot of them
Exactly.
taste the same? Like, you know what I mean?
Some
Like,
of them were not up to satisfaction.
Oh, wow.
I'm not
Do
gonna
they
lie.
do
Like when
anything
you know,
to
you know.
cleanse the palate in between?
Oh yeah, they
And
made
pork sausage.
sure I had a beer next to me at all times. That was really
no
good.
sorbet, a beard.
And how
A
dare I
beer.
even ask about sauce? Because I would be like, Oh my God, that is the worst. Like, why would you even enter if you needed a sauce with your brisket?
Right.
In
Some
a bar
of them
brisket
were really. There was
competition.
one that was like a good combination of fat and like salt and peppery vibes. That was the one I rated the best.
See, it's hard with the judge because you don't know. Like I like the fat in the brisket.
Everybody's
Some people
got
like
different taste.
lean.
I learned years ago from my barbecue friend, when I go to barbecue restaurants, I order a brisket sandwich. If I don't want it to be too dry, because lean cut is lean cut, but that'll be dry if you don't finish it all and you want to get a loose cut brisket sandwich. Then they know it's on the fattier side, but also have meat. It's not like all fat. It's just like a different, it's not just the straight up lean meat, because the lean meat will dry out so fast. It's like eating jerky. In
My
Ireland.
boy Rashish, I met him out there. He told me the secret to having a juicy brisket is injecting it with beef broth while you're
Oh,
smoking.
yeah,
it.
those
That's-
beef injector shot things.
Yeah.
See
He
those
says that's the secret.
Now our phones are going to pick this up. That's all we're going to get today.
Oh yeah, beef
Yeah.
brisket.
Barbecue, how to make it,
I'll
cook
be having
it,
some
TikTok.
type of barbecue next door.
I got a
after the show.
recommendation for you. Eric, I heard you and Roula talking about it last week. Some friends took me and my fiance out to dinner. We went to this Turner's Cut on Saturday night. Now, I got the chicken, but everybody else there had different plates. I have never in my life had a meal that amazing. Like, it was like probably the most like great presentation, food, service, everything.
Well,
Like
they're going to be
people
stepped
waiting
up
on
if
you.
they're brand new. It better be.
I mean, I've never experienced something
Did they
like
have the
that.
band perform?
Yeah, it's really cool because there's
There's
like
a band or is it just like a...
it's a pianist and a singer. So you go in this restaurant, and the whole time we're sitting there, I'm like, how in God's name did they get a grand piano up there? And I finally, just because my curiosity was driving me nuts, yeah, we had to disassemble everything. They had to hoist it, take the banister
There's not
down,
a whole lot of room,
get a
right?
crane and put it up there. But wow, if you're looking for a night out, and I'm not like doing a commercial for him or anything. I'm just saying, like, I've never seen anything like that.
Ryan got
But
a
it's
free,
also you have to
free
preface
chicken.
this
I did not get free
The whole
anything. I
table
don't
was
play
free.
that game.
But
I
it's
don't do that.
But you also have to preface the dollar amount of the
It's a
the level
fancy
of the
place.
restaurant.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
high dollar. It's not like you're
This
not,
is something you save up for and you go out for a fancy night.
Well, we're overdue for our Christmas parties.
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost Christmas again.
yep.
It just have to be twice as big. You guys are going to have to throw now.
Okay, well,
Bob wants
yeah.
double the gifts.
I
Double
do.
the drinks.
I do. Double the drinks, please.
double shot of
At
whiskey.
this point, he'll just take a gift.
I know.
Yeah, I'll take a gift.
Or a meat bag.
Just give me that.
Or a
bag
meat
of meat.
bag.
Thanks. Well, coming up next, we had yesterday. I was trying to watch the Emmys and NFL football, so I had two TVs going, and I kept moving in front of two TVs. And sometimes it's easier to watch football on mute than watch the Emmys on mute because you got to see what's happening at the Emmys. But with football, you can visually see if we're going to score or if it's a running drive or whatever it is. But man, did I play television back and forth yesterday, trying to watch both of them. And
Television tennis.
yeah, it really was. And I was thinking, okay, well, you know, people who are interested in this game are just going to watch the whole game and they'll just hear, oh, did the show that I like to watch on streaming get anything? Oh,
I know we go
okay.
back and forth. But I'm like, honey, go back. I want to see the game.
There was a big surprise at the Emmys last night. I'll talk about that coming up next in Scoop. Here's your official weather for today.
Going to be gorgeous today. Sunshine high in the low 90s. Right now, 77 degrees. 6:08 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm very proud to present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. Yesterday was very busy for Houstonians who are interested in entertainment and sports, like me, on
It's a great
television.
weekend.
We
Stros
had-
swept.
Did the Astros sweep the, who did we play, the Angels?
Came close to losing at the end.
Who did we play?
Like
I mean-
6-0. All of a sudden it was 6-4.
Yeah.
Who did we play?
Oh, the A's.
Angels.
The Angels, okay, yeah.
Not the Oakland A's. They were.
I mean,
in
the
Chicago.
Angels. Yeah. Why do I always mix that up?
So last night the Emmys happened, and Texans football on Sunday Night Football stage happened. We ended up winning that game, thankfully. Although it was, I feel like it was maybe because I was toggling between two different televisions in two different rooms.
But you missed all the cool stuff. The best stuff was going to breaks when they were showing the city.
I could see that
made
when it
the
was on mute.
It made
I
the city
could see
look really,
the
really nice.
Houston, Texas, and
They
it's
did
always
one.
like the
The blimp or whatever. Was it a blimp? What was out there? I didn't see a blimp out there, but they had a nice shot of Williams Tower,
okay.
like way up, like right close. You can see like the top three are empty.
Oh wow.
Because they're lit up
Oh, that's cool.
there. And I'm like, hey, look at. I had to rewind it. There's nobody in the office. That's my bucket list for
What?
Houston. I want to go up there.
Oh, you've never
You
been up
used to
there?
be able to go to
I've
the
never
50th
been.
floor to observe. I think after 9/11,
I've never
they
been
shut it
inside.
down.
My wife used to work there for a little bit. I drop her off
Oh,
sometimes,
really?
but I've always wanted to go up on top just to see what can you see. Like, can you see Galveston? Can you see that
You can
far?
see
I've been
around
up
pretty
there
far.
many times, but I don't really.
I've been to the top.
remember.
I had a
top.
friend. Yeah, I had a friend that was working for traffic. You know, the traffic company. This is like years ago, and she said, "Hey, I can get up to the
Like
top."
in the 90s?
Yeah. So we went up to the very, very top, and it was empty then. You know, so
I'm
it
going to
was-
go see that.
yeah, it'd be
And
cool.
There's no observation there.
There are
Not that I
64
know.
floors to Williams Tower. There used to be an observation deck on 50 because I've been there many times on 50.
Really?
Yes, and on 50, the direction that I was facing was down Westheimer towards KRBE. I remember seeing that.
If that one place is empty, maybe I'll call Williams Tower and ask him.
Like
I'm
many of the
sure
buildings
it
in
won't have a
Houston
problem.
and all across America since the pandemic.
37530. If you work at Williams Tower, you'd like to invite Eric up to the top. I'm sure he'll have a good time.
Yeah. I'm going to stay inside. I'm not going outside.
They'll bring a
like
bottle with you.
that guy that climbed.
You guys could have a toast.
2003. Remember we watched that guy climb?
Oh my God, yes.
Well, that poor man
He passed.
took his own life by throwing himself off the building.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, remember he went
Oh,
up the
yeah.
suction cups and he just
I think
released.
he went 19
and he
stories
went
down.
backwards. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing that up, Eric.
Forgot about that part. It looked cool
Moving
when he was
along.
climbing up it.
The Emmys surprise to me was how much I enjoyed watching Eugene and Dan Levy host the Emmys.
Father,
They were
son.
good?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're also biased, too, because you love that
You
show
love-
so much.
Dude, but they were just, it was cute because Eugene Levy was like, I am not a stand up comic. I don't know what we're doing over here. And it's just like father son camaraderie, right? Like at one point, like Eugene was on one side of the aisle and Dan was on the other and the camera was closer to Dan. He's like, Dad, what are you doing over there? He goes, what they said stage right. He goes, right over here. This is right. And he's like, no, I thought it was my right. Okay, well, now we have to do it like this. And so he was like way over there, and this one was over. I don't know. I know it's like set up, but it's just so funny. I felt like they did a good job. And the surprise at the end was the girl who played Alexis, Annie, came out to present the final presenter, which was the Comedy Series Award. And the person who was presenting was none other than Moira Rose, Catherine O'Hara. But Annie came out acting like, hi, I'm so honored that they asked me to present. And they go, no, they're asking you to present the presenter. Which, okay, is this person. It just was, I was surprised by how well they did. You know, because this game now, to host any award show is like the death of you in Hollywood.
It's good. I think couples-
nobody wants to do that job.
Like Steve Martin Short would kill it.
Yeah,
Oh,
They
that
did
would be
their whole
good.
thing with Selena Gomez, and
That's
it's just, you
beginning,
know,
I saw that.
Selena Gomez, you know, is like, I'm just here for the laughs. Nobody cares that I'm standing here because these two are legends, and
But I'm wondering how many people actually watched it with all the sports going on across the country.
I try to find the ratings, and I just keep getting ratings for January of 2024 Emmys. I go, wait, were there 2 Emmys this year? Now I'm totally confused.
There's daytime Emmys.
I just feel like
No, it says the Primetime Emmy Awards in January 16.
There was one
I go,
year they
what?
had to delay everything.
maybe there was a strike for that year or something. I can't remember.
For that year, meaning this year?
Well, it's
Why
always
does
the
it
year
say
behind,
January
like-
16, 2024?
Like the awards were for what up to like a certain day. It wasn't like this whole year because the year's not done yet. It's mostly this is for like 2023.
Right.
The other one was 2022.
So in January, those primetime Emmys had 4.3 million. Well, let's see what last night's numbers are going to
I
spit
just
out.
think the
in the next
demographics are a little
hour.
bit different than the Monday night football or Sunday night football.
I'd say
compared
so.
to Emmys.
The Emmys.
Yeah, I don't
The
think
Emmys.
you're getting the same crowd.
So the big categories. I mean, I still have never watched The Bear, but The Bear was
Roula.
cleaning up.
The Bear's good.
You relived that restaurant life.
I know.
Maybe that's why.
Is it on Hulu?
It's on Hulu.
That's
yes.
why I don't watch it. I do not. I don't have that downloaded on my phone. I don't have.
Well,
I have
Eugene,
Amazon
you'd
Prime.
relate
I
to
have
it.
Max, and I have Netflix
Well,
on my
Eugene
phone.
Levy
Apple
did,
TV Plus.
He had a good line about that, didn't he? About the bear being a comedy.
it was about. It was almost like reminiscent of the Martian being nominated for comedy
Yeah.
at the Golden Globes when that's
Bear's
not a comedy or a
Not a
musical.
comedy.
drama.
The Bear is not really a comedy, and it says, "Well, keeping in line with the Bear, here are no jokes."
I'm going to tell no jokes about it.
I'm going
I
to
have
tell no jokes about the Bear, keeping in line with what the Bear
Oh,
is
yeah.
as a
That's funny.
comedy category.
Yeah.
They was like, yeah, what's
I was happy.
ridiculous.
Hacks won and Shogun. Those are two good.
I have not seen Shogun, but
Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer had a huge night last night.
Did they? I
For
gotta watch it
writing,
today.
for the lady who plays the stalker and the main guy who wrote the story.
They both won.
He won Best Actor, she won Actress,
Okay.
and he won for writing the series.
Yeah, he's amazing
good.
because it really it's a
his
true
speeches
story.
were awesome. His speeches were awesome because the first time you go up there, you're like, okay, thank you to these people, and also they had pre-set up everybody's thank yous so that while they were up there saying is the most common word of all Hollywood actors. There's all this little small print that says Eric Rao would like to thank.
Yeah.
And it has all the small print of the people he actually wants to thank because he's going to forget while he's up there live. And so the guy who was starring and wrote and directed Baby Reindeer, his first speech was like, okay, thank yous. And then at the end he said, you know what, 10 years ago I would have never believed this was even possible. I was in a very terrible place and nothing was going my way. And just look at how, and I'm not saying it like condescending, I'm saying it like, look at how your life can turn around. And then if you need some help, he did that whole message. And then the next time he won, he was so shocked. He was like, this proves that you don't have to have all these big star names for something to work in Hollywood.
All those big stars are like,
yes,
shut up.
I know. And then people were clapping that because, every project in Hollywood starts out with, well, who can we get that's going to give this some weight? Who can we get? And I remember when I was watching the movies that made us with Netflix, when Elf was written and they got Will Ferrell to star as Elf, the studios were like, no, I don't think he's not. Who is he? Like from Saturday Night Live?
He
Who's
wasn't
this guy?
big enough yet.
Because then Old School came out in the process of filming Elf, and that made him a bigger star. So that when Elf came out, it was like, oh, Will Ferrell. But everything has to have a name. And so his whole point was, hopefully this proves to Hollywood suits that you don't have to have heavy-hitting names to take a chance on something.
But it's hard right now. You got so many damn, I think, was it Hulu? Somebody this week on the streaming service said, oh, we're going to jack the price up a dollar or two. I'm like,
oh, no.
On the streaming service.
I think it was Hulu. I'm paying $18.95. I'm like, by the time you add all these up, everyone griping about cable being so expensive.
Right.
I'm like,
that was their whole thing when streaming first came out.
It's going to be affordable, $7.
Exactly. And now it's like,
people are like, get rid of your cable so you can have all this streaming. And now
Hulu's a good one to have, though, because Hulu has all the network shows the next day.
Well, not all of them, but...
Well, a lot of them. A lot.
Most ABC, if you want to watch Golden Bachelorette. So it was Richard Gadd that said that. Richard Gadd from Baby Reindeer walked away with 3 Emmys last night for the limited or anthology series. That's the category it won for. But the big winners for drama series was Shogun on FX and comedy series was Hacks on Max.
And Shogun you have to watch because it's mostly subtitles. Mm-hmm. And usually I'm not all about that. But I that and like Narcos. But it's just beautiful. And it's pretty much accurate. When you Googled the story.
It's historically accurate.
I don't want to ruin stuff, but it's really good.
It's like Emily in Paris. I cannot not watch it without looking at it because they speak in French so much. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I'm going to learn how to speak French again.
I still got to watch that.
I got to watch that. Yeah, I know. I haven't finished the season.
Much Hacks. Roula, you'd love Hacks.
Hacks is so good.
They won.
That is
what is the premise of Hacks? I ask this every time because I always forget. I know Jean Smart wins all the time. She won again last night. But what is the premise of Hacks?
She was like oh my God, what's the lady? Joan Rivers. She was kind of like a Joan Rivers in the 60s. Mm-hmm. And she almost had the Tonight Show.
Okay.
But then something happened because her sister slept with her husband. And then she burned the house down, or did she do something crazy?
I forgot what she did, but she ends up working for the husband at like a hotel in Vegas as like the big headlining comic.
Okay.
Or a different husband. That guy...
Yeah, that's a different one?
That's Shooter McGavin.
Oh, yes.
From Happy Gilmore.
But,
so then she's at Vegas forever, and then they fire her. And then she realizes, I got to change my act. She meets a young girl who's like 23.
Okay.
And changes their life. Like,
why is it called Hacks?
It sounds like that movie that Mindy Kaling was in.
Basically like that.
Is it called Hacks like a hack? Like, that's a hack bit.
Yeah.
Or is it Hacks in some other context? It's hack like that.
And her agent's hilarious. He's the one who won the award last night. He was up there because he's the writer and creator of the show.
Nice.
It's just she's Jean Smart. You end up thinking she's so good at delivering jokes. You think she's a comic for real.
Yeah.
She's very versatile, and she's done a lot of serious movies too.
Billy Crudup from the morning show won for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. That was the first award of the night.
He's a weirdo in that show.
Who's that one?
Okay, so
Billy
he's
Crudup?
the guy who's like the NBC head. He's like the head of NBC.
He's very
like the program showrunner. Like he's the guy that makes all the calls on all the shows and pulls the plug on people.
Sometimes I feel like we like that show because we work on the morning show and nobody else watches it. But
a lot of people watch that one.
People do watch it. And Jennifer Aniston
Apple, so who can
Apple
afford
TV
that
Plus.
too?
Right, exactly.
If you're gonna pick, you got to pick. You got to go with like Netflix first, then Hulu,
and
then Paramount Plus maybe.
The joke with Eugene and Dan Levy was Apple TV Plus. I'm so happy they support LGBTQ. And then Dan goes, Dad, that's not what the plus is for. And he goes, what? And he goes, that's not what the plus is for. And then he has to act like he knows that that's not what that's for. He goes, no, I knew that. And he goes, like Peacock Plus, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, that's not what it's for.
That's hilarious.
That's fine. And he was like, that's fine. But Jennifer Aniston on the red carpet was talking to Robin Roberts, who did the red carpet for ABC's On the Red Carpet. And she was talking about, Robin Roberts told Jennifer Aniston, it's so nice to always see her. And she really enjoyed having her on the set of Good Morning America to shadow them for her role on the morning show. Because if you've never seen the morning show is basically the Today Show. And then Your Day America, YDA, with Mindy Kaling's character, is the GMA. So the Today Show and GMA are obvious rivals. On the morning show, it's The Morning Show on the NBC fake affiliate, USI or whatever. And then there's Your Day America or whatever on it's the GMA graphics and everything.
They do the whole Matt Lauer.
So that was
thing,
kind of funny that she went to GMA in
that's
real
the
life
Steve
to follow
Carell.
them to pretend like she's at the Today Show instead of going to the actual Today Show. But the Today Show probably was not going to welcome them because the opening episode is the Matt Lauer controversy
bring that back up.
and all that sting. So
By the way, people were
anyway.
saying that acting writer's strike was last year. That's why they.
So that's why it was back
So
in
we had
January.
2 in 1 year.
That makes sense.
So
I
that
was
makes
like, the Emmys again?
I just can't believe there was no mention of that. That would have been an easy joke to make. No, don't rub your eyes. You're not seeing the Emmys twice in 1 year. Yes, you are seeing the Emmys twice in 1 year. Like nobody even remembered.
Every 6 months, Gene Smart gets a.
Right, every 6 months. I'm very happy that Elizabeth Debicki, who plays Princess Diana in The Crown, I mean, she absolutely transforms herself into Princess Diana, and I believe that it's her. I feel like it's her reborn. She won for The Crown. It's the only thing The Crown won last night for supporting actress in a drama series. She was amazing. Jean Smart won for lead actress in a comedy series. Let's see who
What's
else.
cool is my cousin's partner. He did the whole set.
Your cousin's the set designer, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I saw pictures of them last night at the.
Oh, how nice.
How fun that must be.
Okay,
So
wait.
he did the whole set. He designed all that stuff.
Speaking of
I want
the
to ask him,
set-
did you have to put a cop car up there? Because they did like themes. Remember, they did like.
Oh yeah, they did like the whole entire courtroom scene for people who played attorneys. They did an entire ER for people who played doctors. All the actors that
Where
played
do you
doctors.
store that crap at?
All the cops, like from all these different genres. Okay, you want to talk the most awkward moment of the night? John Oliver. What happened to John Oliver last night? It was so
I love John Oliver.
John Oliver wins for scripted variety series for Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. So he goes up there with his entire team, and they've already said, the whole thing of the playing you off music.
Yeah. Yep.
John Oliver is thanking his team, and then he starts saying, and I'm sorry, this is going to be odd, but I have to thank our dog. He doesn't say his dog's name, but he starts saying he has to thank his dog. And then he says, our dog has been with us since right when we got married and through the births, and the music starts coming in.
Oh, no.
And he goes, it's very appropriate music once you find out why I'm saying this. And then he just goes, F you, because they had to mute him out.
Oh, no.
He saw his dog died.
Oh.
And he wanted
Sarah
to,
McLachlan.
he goes, oh God, where's Sarah McLachlan right now? Like,
Oh.
or something like that, because he wanted to basically acknowledge his dog had been with him, with his wife, from the beginnings of their relationship and his career all the way to now. And they either had to put the dog down or the dog died somehow, but he didn't get that far because they were cutting him off with the music. And then he tells them to blank you. And then he says, I have all these dog treats. Like, every dog is a good dog. This is for all the dogs. Every dog deserves a treat. And it was just like so awkward, hilarious.
I gotta watch this after the show.
Yeah, that was
I
awkward because
have
John
to.
Oliver's like, you're going to be embarrassed that you're playing me off with this music because I'm talking about my dead dog. And he never said his dog's
terrible.
name. It made me think of when people tell us on text, can you say happy birthday to my mom or my son? And they don't tell us the name.
We're like, we don't know.
John Oliver, what's your dog's name? What's your dog's
Happy
name?
birthday to your mom. There you go. We covered it
I'll say
today.
happy birthday to my husband. Today is Tasso's the bread man's birthday.
Oh,
happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
Tasso.
All
We love
right.
you.
I'm sure he's
I'll
sleeping though, right?
I'll have to say it. Or I'll have to say it later when I know he's like, not like around 7:30.
He's 2 hours behind right
Next
now.
scoop. Yeah, he's out of town and he's probably like really in a deep sleep. Okay, coming up next, the things that people admit that they're doing at work that waste time to make it look like they're working. You think there's only 1 or 2 of those in the office? It looks like everybody's doing this.
Oh, they're padding their
And
job.
Who does it the most?
Mm-hmm.
Is it managers? Workers? Who could it be?
You're going to find out, and it's not going to make you happy. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Chair to the table.
I get it. Monday. These are the Mondays. People are like, I'm dragging, especially if you stayed up late last night because you were watching football. Yay, Texans, yay.
At least they won.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, because I was kind of holding my breath there for a minute. That game was going slow, and then I was like, it's going a little too slow.
It's a good Houston weekend.
A lot of field goals, but I need to see some touchdowns.
19-13 over the Bears.
Yeah, they got a lot of field goals.
Astros swept the Angels.
Well, like 3 of them over 50 yards. That was impressive.
Sure, thanks for giving me the stats. I didn't pay attention to that.
You didn't watch him hit those field goals?
I know,
YouTube
I
video
saw
for them
them. I saw him do the field goals. One of them was the first one, I think, was 57. Because I remember, oh my God, what's his name? The commentator for years, Chris
Oh, Collinsworth.
Collinsworth, that's it. He was saying, gosh, it's like standard now. I mean, we used to be like, wow, 57 yards. Now it's like a 3-foot punt or something. He was making some joke like how standard for all NFL to kick field goals that far away is like the standard now. When back 20 years ago, it's like, oh my God, 48-yard
Those guys
field
back then
goal.
would just like smoke cigarettes, eat some donuts. I'll kick.
Let's get out there. Okay, so you might be dragging because of whatever you're doing this weekend and the basic fact that it's a Monday and you're going to phone it in when you get to work. You're probably going to shuffle around, go see if the coffee's any good, maybe go refill a water bottle, say hi to a couple people.
Hey, what's up, Chief? Do a little slaps on the butts.
If there's any staff left in your office, maybe you're going to mobile phone it in today and you're going to listen to us from home.
really changed since the pandemic.
1 in 3 workers admit to faux-ductivity. Faux-ductivity. F-A-U-X.
Pretending to act like they're busy.
You look like you're being productive when you're not really doing much. There is, example is jiggling the mouse at your desk to make it look like you're doing something.
You know how many people bought that?
Mouse?
And there's that Amazon product. You put your mouse in it and it moves it around.
Oh, so you can walk away from the
So
thing?
your screen doesn't idle and go into sleep mode.
Mm-hmm.
So they're watching back at corporate. They can see, oh, no, he's working.
So a third of low-level employees admit to faux-ductivity, and half of managers say faux-ductivity is a problem in general. But guess what? The poll found that managers are actually more likely to be faux-ductive than anybody else.
Really?
37% of managers admit to it, compared to 32% of non-managers. And the top 5 reasons of faux-ductivity: better work-life balance, feeling burned out, not enough work to do, really, unrealistic expectations from their boss, so they're looking like they're doing something. They're like, oh, just pretend like I'm doing it, I'm not doing it, and wanting to appease upper management, so you're just looking busy, but you're not doing much. Just walking around, checking the mail.
Monday you're doing like water cooler talk, they used to call it.
Yeah, now it's coffee talk or
You're
whatever.
talking about like, your fantasy sports teams. You're talking about
shows.
Like I do prize picks. People are talk about their gambling. Their fantasy sports, all that stuff. They're doing that. Then they're talking about the Emmys.
Yeah, they saw that.
Weekend top.
So the bottom third of the DraftKings commercials on the Texans game last night, the bottom third of the screen was all small print about if you have a gambling problem. And I was like, well, if you have to use the bottom third
Sorry
of the
for this.
screen.
If you've got a gambling problem,
Yes,
but
1-800-THIS if you have a gambling problem. A gambling problem is blah, 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 blah. I was like, wow, that's...
NFL doesn't care.
Whoever has a gambling
No.
problem is not going to read that or care.
But we're going to take
They're
these
just going to go to
advertising
DraftKings
dollars.
and they're going to give their
regardless.
money there.
And I saw this, the most unhealthy menu items at America's fast food chains.
You going to ruin us on a Monday?
Just think about this before you. And I'm bummed because these top 3 of the most unhealthiest cheeseburgers are like some of my favorite places.
Okay.
Number 1 is Five Guys.
Why is it
Cheeseburgers.
unhealthy?
What do they hit you with on that?
Just they go through everything with
The amount of calories it has
calories,
or how
fat,
they make it?
sugar, saturated fat, sodium.
How much fat is in a Five Guys
Doesn't say
burger?
that
doesn't
part.
say. Okay.
It's a good, juicy burger, but you
That's
can
why it's so
tell-
good. Double.
Yeah.
But it's the
And that
unhealthiest
tinfoil.
one out there.
And that's the key to a good burger is I hate when I go to fast food and you get a cheeseburger and the cheese is just like you could open the bun and just peel the cheese off. Like,
yes,
right.
I cannot stand that, Eric. I
I don't wanna be
cannot.
able to
He's
take
going
the
to melt
cheese
it.
off.
That's like a Velveeta slice, yeah.
But with like Five Guys, they got that tinfoil wrapped around it.
It's nice and melty.
And then it's followed by Whataburger and Smash Burger.
Really?
Huh.
I'm like,
What
oh,
a
man.
burger. Those
Come
burgers are so
on.
thin. Unless you're going double or triple.
But you got to say, those fries at Five Guys, oh my God, they're the best.
The Five Guys large
Well-
fries, by the way, are 1,330 calories.
As you say that, Ryan, Five Guys is the unhealthiest French fries.
What?
Followed by steak and shake, and then we don't have Bojangles here.
No,
No,
but why are
that's
they on
more
the...
Georgia.
Is that a southern like a?
Yeah, that's more Georgia area.
Must be. Why are they unhealthy? Like, why are they the unhealthiest? I mean,
Same as the calories, sugar, saturated fat. Plus, they give you a mountain of them.
Yeah.
it's true.
1,000.
Like, they're small.
You
It's
don't
enough
have
to
to eat all
feed 3
those.
people.
That's part of their shtick.
It says the cheapest amount of calories for the Five Guys fries is the regular style Five Guys fries.
And this is not cool.
950 calories.
And Popeyes, I love Popeyes.
Yeah.
They have the unhealthiest chicken sandwich,
Really?
Oh, I can imagine.
followed by Fat Burger and Zaxby's.
Well, it's called Fat Burger.
Zaxby's is good.
I don't,
Fat Burger makes
I don't
a
assume
chicken
it's
sandwich,
lean.
but they made an unhealthy chicken sandwich.
Oh, my God.
That sounds good.
Fat Burger's chicken sandwich
Yeah.
is terrible for
Sounds
you.
like I'd tear that up.
And then Popeyes also has the unhealthiest chicken nuggets, followed by Arby's. Which I didn't know Arby's had chicken nuggets.
I thought they just have
No,
the meat.
Arby's is just roast beef, I thought.
Well, they got burgers now. I
They
saw
got the meat.
commercial.
They got the
I
meat.
guess sometimes they do the Greek.
Oh, yeah, they do
gyro
the
too.
gyros, too.
Really?
I think
I
they try
think
everything.
so.
so
now.
weird because
Yeah.
their whole concept for years was they just sell roast beef. It'd be like Cane's if they decided to start selling pizza.
I thought that they had like turkey too. I thought they had all kinds of sliced
I think they
warm
do.
meats. I
Yeah.
thought it wasn't just
They
Arby's
have
roast beef
the
was the main.
meats.
Because it used to be 5 for $5. I used to buy 5 of them when I worked at pest control guy.
You ate 5 roast beef
How
sandwiches?
big are these, like sliders?
No, they're big. I'd take 2. And the other 3 I'd keep in the fridge and then eat them
Later.
like the next day or 2.
Could you eat the same meal for every day of the week?
I know healthy
Heck
people do.
no.
Like they'll eat the eggs
Oh,
in their
yeah,
rice, or they'll eat their tuna and rice.
That's a regimen.
I
I'm
could
talking
do
about
breakfast
like
the
just
same every day, but not lunch and dinner the
Maybe
same every
that.
day.
I could eat hamburger every day, pizza, but then I would not be healthy.
But then you get burned out because every day for I don't know how long I used to eat the egg white bites from Starbucks, and Costco started selling those, so you can make them at home.
Oh yeah, what you like that?
I got burned out. I just ate them all the time, and they were easy and quick, and they were quote healthy.
I've had this same bar for breakfast for like
You
4 years.
do? You
The
eat
Fit
that all
Crunch,
the
yeah.
time.
And they don't even have it at Costco anymore. They took it out.
They did?
oh no.
So I bet my wife, Costco has it on their online, but they charge so much for shipping, so I have to buy 3 boxes at a time.
to make it work.
You buy in bulk.
I used to have
Bulk
Luna
of the
bars
bulk.
all the time, Eric, and I got burned out on those too. You would have a Fit Crunch, and I'd eat a Luna bar, but I can't even do Luna bars anymore. Peppermint Luna bar was my thing. I
Every
would buy
day.
Luna bars were good.
every day during the show. At
But they're not
some
really
point, if
great
I was
for you.
hungry, I'd have a Luna bar because it was easy, fast, and we're in between
I'm
commercials.
jealous of Ryan because you eat to live.
You don't live to eat.
Yeah, you don't really care about food.
It's true.
Like
You
if I
eat
go to
raw potato with salt, Ryan.
Yeah.
I did that once or twice in my life.
I'm not
That's not a
letting you live
staple of
that
my
down.
diet.
why'd you eat raw potato with salt? Because you were bored?
Yeah, we were kids. We were clowning around. I was peeling. I had some peeling potatoes, and I'm like, and I just took a bite. I'm like, hey, this is pretty good.
That's serial killer.
Because you got salt on it.
Serial killer.
That's how we know it started.
Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H.
And by the way, it looks like we're getting some Bojangles.
Oh, we do
I
have.
could have sworn I thought a sign, like a highway sign that said Bojangles when you're driving like on I-10 or maybe 45.
People from Georgia love it.
Baytown, and someone said Spring.
Okay.
99 Kirkendall.
Got it.
All right.
That's where I've seen it.
So
Well, thanks,
Webster,
texters.
Leaf City.
There's a lot. Huh? Are they already open or they're going to be open?
It says opening.
Opening.
Oh, I didn't
What,
know
Okay.
that.
is it a? What is it? Is it like a little fast food, like a McDonald's type looking place, or is it like a?
Why don't you Google it real quick while I do
I've
this?
never seen it before.
I know
I
it's
just know
yellow
it-
and red. That's
It's
their
a dog
colors.
character from SNL, Mr. Bojangles from the
Okay.
dog show.
That's a song too, right?
Mr. Bojangles.
Yeah.
Starting today and lasting through September 27th, the Houston Airport Systems and Public Works, oh God, this is bad news, are trying to get the word out that there's going to be concrete repair work on the Will Clayton Parkway. Concrete panels on both inbound and outbound sides are being replaced outside of the airport. While each section is being replaced, at least one lane will be open on Will Clayton Parkway between 69 and Lee Road. So, yeah, just more fun when you're going to the airport.
By the way, Ryan, we found it, and Bojangles is a fried chicken and biscuit place.
Ooh, I like biscuits. That's
I
why
thought it was a
Southern.
burger place. It's famous chicken and biscuits.
And it
Oh,
made
yeah,
the
yeah,
list
it's a
of
chicken
unhealthy. What was it again?
Where is it? I'll find it. Keep talking.
Okay, while you're doing that.
Yeah. Nope. It wasn't unhealthy because Popeye's, Fatburger, and Zaxby's.
But how is it on your list?
Where the hell is it? I'll find it here
Didn't
somewhere.
you
There's so
say
many
chicken sandwich or
Maybe nuggets.
nuggets?
Yeah.
I don't know if it looks good
No,
on
French
these
fries.
pictures.
French fries.
French fries. Five Guys, Steak and Shake, and Bojangles.
I still can't get over Five Guys. I mean, their fries are so delicious.
Bojangles started in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And of course,
North Carolina.
In-N-Out has the least healthiest because they are crap.
Oh, stop it. You know what? And
In-N-Out
can I
French fries
sidebar this?
suck.
I heard that they don't put any additives or preservatives on
That's
their
why it's so
fries.
good.
You could tell.
So if you're going to
It's
straight up
cardboard.
chop up a potato and then fry it and then
Ryan will
put
love it since he eats raw
somebody's
potatoes.
not
I
going
do
to
not eat raw potatoes. You start everybody. I'm going to go to a restaurant. Somebody's going to bring me out a raw
just
potato
throw
now.
potatoes at him. He
I'm
loves
saying
it.
I did it once or twice as a kid. I don't eat raw potatoes.
Watch him at the grocery store. He'll walk around and just grab one and eat it.
You just
So-
see a
yeah.
Then
see
you
a
absolutely cannot take any
russet
food
potato with a bite
recommendations
taken
from
out.
Ryan.
That's
He's
right.
the raw potato eating guy. He tells you something's good, run and hide.
All right, coming up next.
Well, did you find out your dad's not your dad? Or you found out you have siblings somewhere that you had no idea, you thought you were only child your whole life? We started talking about DNA test kit stories again because of something that happened last week on the show when, you just are so surprised. Like somebody reaches out to you and says, well, my cousin says that you showed up in her profile or your sister showed up in her profile. How are we related? Everybody's got a story now. These are built. It's almost like ambient stories and DNA test stories.
Yep.
We could fill the phone lines with those.
Those
Now-
kits just change lives.
I say get in early, get in now, because I'm going to go answer the phones real quick because Kevin
833.
and Sam are on vacation. I get back tomorrow.
390-KRBE. 833-390-KRBE. We'll hear from you next on The Roula and Ryan Show.